It took a lot of convincing. There was no way that I had PTSD. But it all started to make sense. Being discharged with a neck injury after 10 years in the military and feeling nothing. Being 8 months pregnant as my personal life collapsed and still going to work every day until my doctor told me to stop. Feeling none of the emotions that other mothers talked about when my son was born. Maybe she was right. Maybe I did have PTSD. But it didn't look like anything else that I had seen or heard about with my friends who had been diagnosed. I wasn't angry. I didn't abuse alcohol or drugs. I wasn't violent. I didn't avoid social interactions or places. People didn't have to walk on eggshells around me. I knew she wasn't lying, but I didn't want to face the truth. I started going to weekly therapy, but it took a year for me to accept that I had PTSD. I only kept going because I wanted to connect with my son on a deeper level, an emotional level, and I knew that I wouldn't get there on my own. The sessions were intimidating and challenging, but also freeing. I had to face years of things that I had been suppressing without knowing that I was suppressing them. I wanted to quit all the time, but I also wanted to feel again. My son deserved better. It took 2 years for me to learn how to feel emotions again, not to feel numb. In the therapy sessions, I could feel things, but as soon as I left, my learned behaviors shut them off again. So I remember the first time I felt an emotion outside of a session. It was frustration. I was actually frustrated with my son for the first time, not just pretending. It was so intense and it was scary. I was afraid that I would lose control, that the real PTSD anger would come out. But I used what I had learned. I stepped away into another room. I acknowledged what I was feeling and waited until it passed. It didn't take long, and when I came out of the room, I was in a better parenting place. He never got a timeout again. After that day, I did. For years, everything had felt like a chore. Playdates, swimming lessons, going to the park. Slowly, things started to be fun again. It was the small moments at first, watching him have fun and feeling his joy, but those small moments grew. A few weeks ago, I was at my son's first hockey tournament. By one of the last games, all of the kids on the team had scored a goal, except for him. The coach put him on the ice for the final 4 minutes, and his team spent the whole time trying to set him up to score a goal. In the final moments, he scored, and the team and all the parents erupted in cheering like we had won the Stanley Cup. I felt all the emotions, and in that moment, I knew that every minute of therapy was worth it.